people were trying to stop smoking cigarettes or using other types of tobacco, that they were replacing one addiction for another, and that if you can, you should stop immediately. I have no personal knowledge, however, it seems that in the media it is felt that children, teenagers, and a lot of very naive people are being targeted.
In Australia, around 14% of adolescents have tried an e-cigarette, with around 32% of them having used one in the past month.
63% of adolescents who vape most commonly reported getting the last e-cigarette from friends, 8% from siblings, and 7% from parents. Around 12% of them reported buying an e-cigarette themselves.
So you had ads in teen magazines, you had ads on children's cartoon websites. It's no wonder this product appealed to young people so much. It was designed for them, it was marketed to them, and it was available to them.
A lot of vapes come in colourful packaging and many flavours that may appeal to younger people. These flavours can help mask the taste of nicotine in the e-liquid.
Between 2017 and 2018, the number of high school students using e-cigarettes nearly doubled. Peer pressure in the school environment has led to the exploding popularity as adolescents want to fit in.
You are inhaling a cocktail of chemicals, particularly the flavouring chemicals, that we have no idea what the long-term consequences of that are going to be.
Some of the known short-term effects of vaping include cardiovascular and respiratory diseases, while long-term effects are largely unknown.
You know it's bad, but you don't care because your brain is hooked on it and it's like a physical addiction. You have your phone and your vape. Like it's an accessory that you constantly have. It's the last thing you do before you go to sleep. It's the first thing you do when you wake up. Sometimes you wake up a couple times during the night to hit it and then go back to sleep. Like it's totally got a hold of you. It's the only thing you think about.
In her final year of high school, Ruby is battling an addiction to nicotine.
When did you first try vaping?
Like, I'm gonna say 2018, 2019, really young. So when I was 14 or 15, I'm gonna say super young. At the time, everyone was like, oh, it's healthier than smoking because you're not getting like the tobacco and all the like carcinogens in your lungs.
Vaping may be perceived as a healthier option than smoking cigarettes, as it doesn't produce carbon monoxide or tar and other chemicals found in cigarettes. However, the dangers of vaping may be more hidden than those of cigarettes. There can be many unknown metals and chemicals in vape juices due to issues with their legality and their lack of regulation in some parts of the world.
And it just felt clean because you didn't have the cigarette smell and the taste, and they're like flavoured with like fruity stuff. So it just feels like you're taking a lolly or something.
Do you remember how it felt the first time when you did try it?
I want to say it felt like you were dying, but in a good way. Like, you get a head rush. I don't know how to explain it. You get super lightheaded. You get, like, shaky. It's this wave that just comes over you.
Many adolescents that become addicted to e-cigarettes share similar experiences to this, which contribute to their addiction. Vaping can heavily impact a person's relationship with their family or friends. Vaping around your family or friends can create tension and conflict. For example, if a parent caught their child vaping, they could be worried and disappointed in them, impacting the relationship that they have with their child. Additionally, the strong smell and potency of e-cigarettes can be unpleasant for the people around, especially if they suffer from health issues such as asthma. If a person suffers from asthma, the smoke can make it harder for them to breathe. Vaping in social situations will create unpleasantness and discomfort. People commonly say that they find it challenging to spend time with friends that vape, as it interrupts conversations and activities.
In Queensland, the sale of non-nicotine including vapes is legal to those above 18 years of age. However, stores that have nicotine vapes may sell to underage people or not even check for identification at all.
One of the issues with nicotine addiction at young ages is not only have the problem that goes with being addicted to a substance, but it has effects on the developing brain. So we can see that it can affect memory, concentration and learning. But it also sets the foundation for future addiction.
Aerosols found in e-cigarettes often include propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin, which can reduce the amount of oxygen that reaches the brain. This can lead to impairment of cognitive abilities and memory problems.
Similar to other nicotine consumption methods, vaping can cause addiction and withdrawal symptoms. Irritability, anxiety, depression, sleeplessness, cravings for nicotine, headaches, an increase in appetite and weight gain, and trouble concentrating are some common withdrawal symptoms of vaping. Depending on the person and their level of addiction, withdrawal symptoms can range in intensity and duration. People who want to stop vaping should be aware of the potential withdrawal symptoms and seek advice and direction from medical professionals or other resources to enable them to quit successfully.
The bell rings, you want to go to the bathroom and you just literally see tens of kids like sitting in a circle, just all sharing one, and it's crazy.
Why do you think people like it so much or do it so much?
They just love the flavour, I reckon. And then the nicotine gets them addicted and they just can't stop.
High school is a lot of people trying to fit in. And also it's colourful, it smells nice, and they just want to be cool. I feel like that's why it could be really popular.
Like you can't even really go to the bathroom at lunch anymore because they're just all hogging the bathrooms, vaping.
Why do they go to the bathrooms and do it?
To hide from the teachers because they don't want to get caught because they'll confiscate the vape if they find out.
In Australia, schools are only just coming to terms with how popular vaping's become with kids. In New South Wales alone, 1 in 10 16 to 24-year-olds now vape. It's more than doubled in the space of a year.
Social media has played a key role in increasing popularity of vaping among teenagers. Social media has been a hotspot for companies to advertise their products to young people. Additionally, social media influencers on platforms such as Instagram and YouTube are often paid by these companies to promote vaping products. This has contributed to the massive popularity and normalization of vaping amongst young people. Furthermore, young people are likely to see their friends or people they know holding or using a vape on social media. This further contributes to the normalization and popularity of vaping for young people, as social media creates a place where they can see both influencers and their friends vaping.
There are several potential solutions that can be implemented to address the issue around vaping, specifically for teenagers. One approach is through public health campaigns. The aim of these sorts of campaigns are to raise awareness around the health risks associated with vaping, motivating teenagers to quit. They can be targeted directly towards teenagers themselves, as well as parents who can talk with their children or teachers who can discuss with their classes. A second approach to addressing teenage vaping are community outreach programs. They aim to provide support and resources for teenagers who are struggling with their addiction to vaping or other negative health risks and consequences of vaping. Counselling services, support groups, and other initiatives that promote healthy behaviours and positive peer relationships are included. By implementing these approaches in Australian communities, it is possible to make progress in reducing the prevalence of vaping among teenagers in Australia. Here is an example of a public health campaign from the New South Wales government.
Nail polish remover. It removes the polish from your nails, of course, but did you know one of its main chemicals, acetone, strips paint from walls, takes rust off tools, is found in a lot of vapes? Do you know what you're vaping?
An additional solution to minimising vaping is to install vape detectors in school bathrooms, an environment where many students go to vape, and here is an example of a school doing that.
Now Redwood City school leaders are turning to technology similar to this.
A student walks in, vapes in the bathroom,
to help them catch students who vape at their schools.
sets it off, the student was vaping, and right away it pulls the camera that's outside the bathroom.
When the electronic cigarettes are being used, and they will send text messages to administrators.
Overall, vaping amongst young people is a major issue in communities around the world. Vapes are very appealing with hundreds of flavours to choose from, attractive packaging and advertising. However, it is essential to be educated and understand the serious short and long-term health issues that vaping can cause. If you or somebody you know is addicted to vaping or something similar, it could be beneficial to reach out to family, friends or others you can trust. Additionally, you can call the quitline on screen for a free and confidential counselling service that gives you information and advice to quit smoking.